Alice Cunningham is here, Deputy Director of Frankfort Parks and Recreation and Historic Sites, and Rebecca Hall is Grants Manager of the City of Frankfort. Good morning, ladies.
Good morning.
How are you all?
We're doing good.
You guys are rocking some new T-shirts.
Yes.
Right.
In celebration of an upcoming event.
So where did the design come from, first of all? Do we know?
Vanessa Rayborn. She was a high school student last year. She submitted her entry and won the community votes on the logos at the event. So this is what won last year.
Okay.
Nice.
They'll be posted this year for some local students for next year's T-shirt. That's how it works. So Vanessa did a great job. She
Yeah,
got all the
she
votes.
I dig it. Yeah,
I like it a lot.
nice and simple. Yeah.
Yeah,
So we are doing Reforest Frankfort.
we are.
Fingers crossed, everything's going to be good.
April
On the
12th.
12th.
Staying positive
Yes.
here. It is a week from this weekend.
It's a week from Saturday.
Maybe should we talk about, where do y'all want to start? You want to talk about the history of it a little bit, maybe? How long we've been doing this? How important it is for the
Yeah,
community?
we can. Well,
Okay.
Rebecca's been on the committee from the beginning. So
Right. This started in 2009 under Mayor Gippy Graham. They decided to, I guess Lexington had been doing Reforest Lexington for a while, and they have Reforest Bluegrass. So in 2009, we started, and we've been doing it every year since then, except for 2020 and 2021 because of COVID. So this is actually our 15th year of planting, of the public planting. So
You get credit for doing all those years.
That's
You
right.
did a lot of planning, I'm sure,
We
in
did.
2020.
we did.
Leading up. Okay, so what does it involve for folks that aren't familiar with it?
So it began, we do get credit, it's a fun event, but we do get credit for it. We get stormwater, we get our tree city certification, so we got to get trees in the ground every year. The Parks Department has a great urban forestry program, but this really gets some trees in the ground. The goal used to be to quickly get 2,000 trees in the ground. We still plant a lot. We have people that volunteer to teach people to plant correctly, but it's kind of turned into like an environmental fair.
Yeah.
We have tons of exhibitors that come and get people's brains thinking in the right direction. We have some art events. This year, the addition will be some like eco art, Josephine Sculpture Park, Broadway Clay, Yes Arts will all be there doing kid activities. Broadway Clay is going to work with families and kids to do the clay flowers that are in the mural in our new parking garage. They're going to kind of piggyback off that, and that's going to be really fun.
Yeah.
So we're going to do art. We're going to talk about the environment. We're going to plant some trees. There'll be a couple of invasive workshops. It's going to be fun.
Yeah.
It may rain too much for planting. That's
Okay.
our only little hiccup. We're going to still plan to plant. We want to get trees in the ground. We're also going to give away trees. We may end up just giving away more than we get to plant this go around, but we're gonna play it by ear. So look at social media. Please keep an eye on social media.
Okay.
We'll make a final decision next week. We're gonna have it. It's just we may have to change it up just a little bit to make sure we get it in.
That's something that we've all learned in the last few years is adaptability, right?
We're gonna have to adapt. Yes.
Yeah. What kind of trees are we?
They're all native. There's a list. I don't have it with me. We do all native trees. Like I say, we'll plant, but then we'll give away. Master Gardeners does our giveaway for us with the UK Extension Office. So there will be people on site, so you kind of can go up and talk to them and tell them where you want to plant it at home, what kind of, if it's going to be in an urban area, if it's going to be out in a field, and they'll be able to tell you what species is best for your area, how many they think you need, that sort of thing. They'll be able to help you. Yeah.
Out of curiosity, so you mentioned Reforest Lexington, Reforest the Bluegrass. Kind of the change in direction for Frankfort, is that something you all have done, or is that kind of the trend around the area? Like a lot of people are kind of, because I did Reforest the Bluegrass, I think 15 years ago, and it was just, let's get trees in the ground. It was like pop, 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 pop. So it's kind of, has everybody gone in a different direction, or?
I only come to Reforest Frankfort, so I don't know. We'd started doing that early on. We started having exhibitors there that were actually teaching environmental education specifically for this event. So I couldn't tell you if the other ones are doing it or not. Ours just seems to get bigger and bigger
when
every
you have
year.
so many people, it's almost like you have to give
Something else.
Yeah, it's one of our largest for parks. We do lots of events, and we hit normally around 2,000 people every year, which I'm the tree hugger on staff, so I love to hear that. I love for people to come and be interested. But yeah, they do Reforest the Bluegrass, Kentucky Reforest. So I think communities are wanting to grow and develop, all the studies with trees, the environmental thing, just being able to breathe well, but also it brings up property value. If you plant trees in urban areas, there's less crime, businesses want trees. So I think cities kind of get on board and know it's a good thing. So I think more communities are having some kind of event like that.
Do you guys, do y'all shift like where you're planting? You know what I mean? I mean, obviously you can't continue to plant the exact same spot every time, but do you have a plan for how you want to do things?
We kind of
over
decide
years?
The year before kind of look, but
Okay.
yes, we've done a couple times on Old Lawrenceburg Road. We've done Cove Springs, like maybe 3 times. Last year we did it West 6. And we usually try to do it in a public area. We've done it at Josephine Sculpture Park, just where we can get trees in the ground that will help the environment.
Yeah.
Right.
So-
A place that can use them, but also a place that's accessible
And
for
people
can
can
get people
appreciate
in and
it,
out.
right,
Yeah.
yeah.
Right,
just-
right.
Right. Okay. So where would, if everything goes well, where are we going to be this year?
Riverview Park.
Okay.
That's our only little hiccup.
Yeah,
because
sure.
we try to get back. We partner with people like West 6, and then every few years we make sure we get back in our park system.
Yeah.
And we picked Riverview this year, and it's been underwater from us. So bad choice on my part, but that's okay. We're gonna make it work.
Yeah.
Yeah. Go ahead. Did you have?
No.
Okay. So registration, if folks want to come be a part of it or show up, or what do you?
Rebecca's
So-
the queen of registration. She's
Okay.
the face of
I've been
it.
in
You got to
charge,
see her
yes.
first before you can do
It's
anything.
important. You gotta know.
Yes. So we're going to be, hopefully, we're going to be somewhere in Riverview Park.
Right.
Okay.
Either down by the boat ramp or over by Farmers Market. So come to the registration. There'll be a big sign that says registration. You'll see me there and a couple other city employees. You get to get your T-shirt there, register, sign a waiver, and also that's typically where our T-shirt design for next year will be. So while you're there, I encourage you to go ahead and vote
cool.
for the next design, and we can point you where to go. You know, whether it's the exhibitors or planting or the art events. So we'll point you in the right direction. Just look for that registration tent.
Are there sponsorship opportunities, or did you get?
So every year we get sponsors, and they're on the back of this shirt. The Plant Board has been a huge sponsor from day one. That every year they're sponsors, and of course our city departments, their MS4 and our sewer department. Also, Inside Out always donates the big ceremonial tree every year, so they'll be doing that again this year. We have some new sponsors on board this year: QK4 Engineering and Strand Engineering. Who else am I forgetting? We've got a whole list of them. But
The committee for Reforest is full of everybody:
Yeah.
Kentucky State, county,
Yes.
city, UK Extension. We have such a good group of people that put this event on. Also, there's going to be free lunch. I want to
Okay.
throw that out there.
Wow.
The Cattlemen's and Kentucky State sponsor free hot dogs, apples. Plant Board provides water,
Okay.
so you can come and help out and then get a free lunch, free
Nice.
shirt. There'll be music, and then we do the art awards. So all the local schools submit art, and our tree board chooses. So kindergarten through 5th grade has an art winner. Will be the mayor and judge will be presenting awards. So we hope all those families can come.
Okay.
Yeah, it'll be fun.
It sounds like it.
Yeah. So what time does it get started? Or
9.
when?
9.
yeah,
9
that's
to
when
1,
you want
hopefully.
folks to come.
Yeah.
Okay. And to stay sort of up to date, social media, to find out, anything changes. Or,
Watch social media.
Okay.
Our other little new addition, can I bring up the Arboretum walk?
Please, yeah.
We're in a tree week right now.
Uh-huh.
Susie with Downtown also is on board. Our hopes is people will come on down, do reforest, eat, hang out with us
Mm-hmm.
from 9 to whenever. And then we have developed, our urban forestry department has developed our Arboretum walk in downtown. So the last few years, we have put in, about 3 years, we have put in 6 phases of trees. We've put about 60 to 70 trees in every phase. So we decided to label them. So there's QR codes by each of the
cool.
labels by the trees, and you can pick up a little card like this at any city office, tourism. It starts at tourism. So you just kind of walk along, kind of like the art walk. It's an
Okay.
Arboretum walk. It's going to be rolled out that day too. So we're hoping you hang out with us and then go on our tree walk and then eat and hang out in downtown Frankfort.
Nice.
Green thumb on downtown.
Yeah.
Yeah, but we're not totally finished because the rain hit us, but we've got almost all the markers in. So you can start at tourism. But if you happen to be walking downtown and you see one on the ground, scan it. It'll
Yeah.
show you where you are on the map. It'll tell you about that tree. There you go, just like that.
Oh,
It'll
wow.
tell you about the tree, tell you where you are in downtown, give you some information. And we're hoping people will go, that's a beautiful tree. I want to get one and put it in my
Yeah.
yard.
Yeah.
You
Bring it
know?
out.
Yeah.
And so obviously, I mean, this is something to do on Saturday the 12th, but you don't have to do it on the 12th. You can do it
Nope.
anytime you want.
We're hoping
Walk
we're
around
hoping they'll be
downtown.
there for a long time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I also see something about the tree canopy plan. Is that part of this, or do you want to talk about that?
That's
Okay.
part of it. So we
Okay.
started out with that, and we just like I say, over 3 years, we just planned with donations and grant funds and things like that. We got trees in the ground, which is good for our community, helps us get our credentials, but also just supports our urban areas. So we got the trees in the ground. We're still planning on doing it. My constant goal is to get trees in the ground, but just partnering with like tourism and stuff to help people understand why we're doing it and what the benefits are. We added this little walk. So we're hoping to extend it at some point as we get more trees in the ground. The walk may get longer. We may do some little side maps, like at Liberty Hall has some historic trees that people love, the old Capitol lawn. So yeah, we may add to it. Just keep checking it.
All right.
Yeah.
I love trees. I think
Thank
they
you.
make every neighborhood look amazing if there are trees around. I mean, I grew up in New Orleans. There were trees everywhere in all the neighborhoods, and it's just it's a thing that I miss when I go to places that don't have trees.
Well, you all got the live oaks down there.
A lot of, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we're not planting Bradford pears.
No, we're not.
Those are Scott's favorite trees.
Yeah, they are pretty. I shouldn't say that
No,
out loud.
no.
They're pretty,
They're
but
pretty
they're
for-
very
for a few
invasive. Everyone,
days.
do not
Yeah.
plant Bradford. We
It's
will not.
insane
be
the
doing
way they
that.
spread, and they're not hardy at all.
No, they're not. Please don't plant them.
Yeah, they're doing enough on their own.
Do you guys have an answer to our question of the day? Do you want to participate in that? Do you have a year you'd like to go back to and experience as you are today?
So I don't necessarily have a year, but I will say I've thought about this, that I always thought I would like to live in an earlier time, like in the 1800s. And then I think of indoor plumbing
Oh,
and,
yeah, no.
and
Air conditioning?
air conditioning.
Yeah,
I'm like,
yeah.
no, I
need
where
a
I'm supposed to be.
shower.
Yeah.
I want a hot shower.
Yeah, air conditioning is the cutoff for me.
Right.
Like, no, yeah. Yeah, you read stories about like the way people lived and like the way things smelled.
Yeah, the way
I
things
can't.
smell.
No, I'm far too soft for
need to be in
pre
modern
air
times.
conditioned living. Yeah.
You all screwed me up with having to be the same age. I wanted to go.
Yeah.
I wanted
sure.
to go younger.
Right.
Like I
Right.
loved being 6. So like
Yeah, that was a good
92 was
time.
calm and happy, and
Yeah.
so I guess I would go back to like the early 90s.
Yeah, it's a totally different story if you just go back to whatever age you were. Yeah.
Let's try that again.
Y'all are right. The 90s seemed like calm, and it wasn't as it was a good time. So I'd
Yeah.
probably go back to like
Yeah,
92.
things were easy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So innocent.
Ladies, thanks for being here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hope everything stays on schedule just like we planned it, and it's going to be great. And I love the sound of the Arboretum walk, and lots of good things going on.
Thank you for your support.
Yeah, and thanks for
I
all
will
your
be
hard work.
back soon for all of our summer fun with parks. So just wait for
Oh,
that. We
yeah.
have lots of events and exciting stuff going on. So I'll be back for that soon.
Can't wait.
Yep.